Hello everyone, it's your Immortal Hellseeker back with another review. Today I'm reviewing the DC Multiverse John Stewart Green Lantern figure from McFarlane Toys. Let's take a look at the packaging. I'm filming this with my new tripod, by the way, which is a lot more handheld. That last Batman teaser was kind of me testing this out, so it's fine. Not too big, not too small. So down below, it says John Stewart Green Lantern. Top, usual Green Lantern John Stewart. On the back, you get a picture of John Stewart. That's also the trading card, by the way. And then here's some other figures. I own all of these. I've done a review on that one. I haven't done reviews on the other ones, but I own all of them. Can't tell. Yeah, that's the Bat Cycle, actually. It's the first time I've seen them advertise a vehicle on a normal package, but yeah, that is the Bat Cycle. Not the Death Metal Batman. And then I do own him, have him, have her. So let's take a close look at the figure. Well, accessories. For accessories, we get our usual base, which I've already talked about before. Useful, but not very exciting. Then we do get our trading card of John. It's a nice card. Not much I can really say. I love collecting these, by the way. Then we get all of his main accessories. So we get this chest plate. This does go on the figure. Slides on. It's cool. Not really a needed thing, if you ask me. I don't think any of these accessories included or anything he really needed, but they're nice inclusions. Then we get a backpack to kind of complete that look. And then we get a minigun, which I think is probably the only, like, absolutely logical thing. It's really cool. No power battery, which kind of angers me. I wish we would have gotten a power battery. That would have helped. So, sit closer. Alright, so here we have the figure. I like it, but I don't, like, love it. I don't think it's, like, perfect. It was one of my most wanted figures so far this year, though. I was definitely really excited to get this, and I definitely struggled finding it. So let's take a closer look at the articulation. He does have the butterfly joints. His arms go about that far. Elbow swivel. Double jointed elbows. Normal hand articulation for a McFarlane figure. The ring is painted on there. Actually, I don't think I could get it to focus, but the logo is also sculpted in there, which is nice. Does have a diaphragm, a decent one. Not the best. Goes about that far. Because there's like a plastic tunic. Double jointed knees. Really good double jointed knees. Legs don't do that well. No thigh cut, of course, and then usual feet articulation. If you own any McFarlane figure, they're just on a ball hinge. Toe articulation, average. I'd say he's got about average articulation for a McFarlane figure. Oh yeah, and then his neck's on a dumbbell. So the head sculpt, if I can really get it to focus, is really good. I like it. I don't think it's like the best, but it's definitely nice. It looks like the character. Again, I really don't have much to say on this figure. Let's just get him with all of his accessories so I can lengthen this video out a bit. So, you just slide on that chest plate. Honestly, he looks a bit better with it. I don't really know. Pop the backpack in his back because he does have a hole in his back. And getting him to hold the minigun is difficult, but just kind of finagle it onto his hands, and he can hold it. Fuck. Yeah. So there you go. He looks good with it. I think he looks like a badass. He's nice. That's for certain. I don't have much to say about it. Glad to own it. It's definitely a really good figure. But it's not like the most exciting one out of this line. For how much I was anticipating it, I think it ended up being, relatively fine. It doesn't blow me away. It doesn't break much grounds in this line. That's the big thing. It's not like a huge new grounds broken, but it's a good figure, and I'm really liking it. Will he end up in one of my best of lists? I don't know. We'll see. I really need to see how much people really, you know, like him, and then maybe I'll make up my mind. Like, if I see him as overrated, I probably won't put him on that many lists, or if he's on a list, I won't make him that high. But he's a nice figure, you know. I'm not saying don't buy it, because you should get it. It's the best looking John Stewart I've seen. And this is actually the first, like, normal Green Lantern I've ever picked up. Positive. I don't own a Hal Jordan like this. I don't own a 6-inch, 7-inch, like, main Green Lantern. I own, like, a Toma Ray and all those kind of characters from the 2011 movie, from the Movie Masters, but I don't own any, like, the classic character versions. So, let's do some comparisons. For a bit of a Justice League comparison, here he is next to my favorite comic Batman. That's like a classic look. Again, my favorite Batman they've released is the Death Metal one. And then this and the Arkham Knight one are tied. But I like this Batman a lot. And these three look really nice together. And then also there's the Action Comics 1000 Superman. They look really good as a team. I can't wait till they release the rest. And you know what, since I have them right next to me, I'm not going to grab the other Flash. I have them both. I wish I didn't, because I really don't need them both. Is the 2-pack Flash from Rebirth. I think this is actually my favorite Flash to pose. The other one I like to display. This one just looks more appealing to just pick up and pose around, while that one looks just nice on the shelf as is. I think this one's a little less stiff. Again, Flash is one of those figures a lot of people really liked. I didn't care for. And you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, there's too many bad characters, too many bad characters. That's what I primarily collect, are bad characters. If you look at my DC shelf as is, it's pretty much a Batman shelf anyway. Batman's my favorite superhero. They're my favorite comics to read, are Batman comics. So I don't really mind it. Arkham games are my favorite games of all time. But I get the hate, you know, again, it's like there's too many bad characters. But look, those are going to be the most appealing to, I think, a lot of people like me. Just like how in Marvel Legends, I think they released too many X-Men characters. But no one's complaining about that. I guess maybe because there's more of a variety, you know, but still, I think we get too many X-Men characters in Marvel Legends, and these same people are complaining that there's too many bad characters, so please, don't be a hypocrite. At least if you ask me. That's just me. I like a lot of the X-Men figures, but a lot of them I think are fucking boring, you know? And I know some people dislike the Batman stuff, and that's fine. But I'm digging these Justice League figures. When they do them good, they do them good. And I assume this is going to be the comic Batman most people are going to use. I know some are going to use the 1000 Batman. That's fine, but I'm not even going to pull him out. Alright, here's John next to it. In my opinion, the two most underrated figures in this line. I think these two are super underrated. And that is the Arkham Origins Deathstroke figure and the White Knight Joker. Deathstroke is honestly one of my favorites in this line. I really, really like the Deathstroke. Now, far, far from perfect figure by any means. I'm kind of hoping they're just going to put out a comic one, but I even recently got the Icons Deathstroke on loose. It was in bad condition, but still. I still kind of like the aesthetic of this figure better. That's just my opinion. Also, 7-inch, I just attribute that with DC more, because, I mean, I used to collect the DC collectibles stuff a lot. Then McFarlane comes in. I wasn't big on the Mattel stuff. I got them, but I thought they were like their own scale. So these come in, they work with DC Collectibles figures too, which unfortunately now closed, but a lot of these remind me of DC Collectibles figures, but a little bit more posable. I'd actually say majority of these do. And these three all remind me of DC Collectibles stuff. This Joker, again, especially with that gun, damn, great figure. That came with a Fortnite Inferno right here. Which, by the way, I use all the suited body Fortnite characters as, like, thugs. So, like, hey, fuck. So, I use them as, like, henchmen and shit. Let me get John back up. So, you know, that's why I hate the game. It's just not for me. And by the way, don't say in the comments, oh, because you died all the time. No, it's nothing to do with it. I'm actually decent at it. I just really dislike the fan base, and I dislike the game. I think overrated as fuck. So, you know, I dig those two figures a lot. Joker's great. I think more people need to pick that Joker up. Here it is next to my favorite figure McFarlane has put out, being the Red Hood. Fucking love that figure. Me being such a huge Red Hood fan, yeah, I love it. Here he is next to the only other like Green Lantern figure I have, being Dawnbreaker. Here he is next to two Black Series, being Boba Fett and Cad Bane. Here he is next to two G.I. Joe Classifieds, being Zartan and the Cobra Soldier. Might review them, might not. I don't know. If there's a market out there for G.I. Joe reviews, I'll review them, but these guys have been out forever, and I just don't feel like reviewing them. Here is John Stewart next to the Marvel Legends Deadpool. And to celebrate the new trailer release, I'd argue an underrated figure, Shang-Chi. The figure got a lot of buzz when it first came out, but I don't think that many people are talking about it. He didn't make too many best of lists. I personally really like this figure. Especially compared to a lot of other Marvel Legends reuses, which typically figures like this I pan the shit out of. I actually really like this figure. Can't wait to get the movie ones. I'm really excited. And it's a good sign if I'm excited for some new Marvel Legends. It really is. Because recently I haven't been disappointed. Until I'm intending on getting the whole wave, but watch, I'm gonna buy a new McFarlane, and I'm gonna get in the kick I've been where I'm shitting on Legends, which I think is pretty fair. And last but certainly not least, here's John next to Retro Spider-Man and Snake Eyes. Alright, so overall I'd say we got another decent McFarlane right here. I'm really, really liking it. I know I sound off and off on it, but look, I'm a reviewer. I can't be overwhelmingly positive. I can't be a shill. Even though I'd love to get free shit sent to me, one, my channel's too small, and two, I want to give honest reviews. Believe me, I'm loving the product. However, there's sometimes some mediocre stuff, and this is one of the more... I hate to say it's mediocre, because I don't think it is mediocre. If I'm going to talk mediocre... Fuck, dude, I just knocked over my whole shelf. Fuck. I would bring up her. That's a mediocre figure that they put out. This is just a fine figure. I don't have any complaints with it, really. But I don't have any, like, damn, you need to go get this. It's really good, though. If you collect this line, I would definitely pick it up. It's good for what it is. I'm just saying it isn't like a groundbreaking release or anything like that. The line has cemented itself. This is kind of what we've gone to expect. I can't say they did anything crazy. They definitely didn't jump the shark with this figure. I think it's just a fine figure. I would rate it like a 6 to 7 out of 10. I enjoy it. That's about my average ranking. Let me really go over my ranking system. 6 to 7 is average. The figure's fine. It's worth picking up, but you don't need to get it. I'd say 8 to 9, really good. Flawed, though. 9 to 10, fucking awesome. I fucking love this figure. Like, Red Hood's a 10. You know, 2-pack itself, I rated like a 7. And then, like, below 6 or 7... You know, 4 to 5 is meh. I'm not liking it. And then 2 to 3 is bad. And then 1 is fucking terrible. I fucking hate this thing, which I've never given that rating. I don't think I ever will. Unless the thing literally fucking shatters in my hands. So, yeah, strong release. Forgettable? I don't know if that's a strong word. Because I think it's better than the Flash. And this is something I'd consider forgettable, is the Flash figure. So it's up to you if you want to get it. He's been a little easier to get. I think he's still in stock on Target.com. I checked a couple of days ago. So go get him if you want him. I'm not going to force you to buy it, because I don't think it's one of the best they've done, but it's a really solid release, and we'll see my opinion on it in a couple of months. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends that are interested. Goodbye.